everybody, welcome back to another episode of City Slickers. Of course, we have $2.20 with us. Hi, man.
Hey, man. How you going?
And our special guest today is no other than Sanctum Gamer. Hello, buddy. Welcome.
Hey, how's it, guys? Thank you very much for having me.
This is a face reveal, right? This is the face reveal?
This is a face reveal, yes.
Oh,
and
man.
I am nervous as who knows what, so...
No worries,
Yeah.
man. No
Hello.
worries. You are doing it perfectly. You are fine. We are talking already for 20 minutes or so. But it's a face reveal, which will be on this channel. Yes. $2 didn't get his face reveal from Bifa.
No,
Sorry, man.
no, he didn't do a face reveal, unfortunately.
So,
It's
yeah,
funny because
I'm sorry.
I think a lot of the comments are like, "Oh, what? I thought you were doing
yeah.
a face reveal." Yeah,
Yeah.
I was like, "Gotcha."
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Sanctum Gamer, for joining us and for doing the face reveal. I'm super happy. People
Thank you
can
very
see
much.
We can see you. I think this is the first time for me as well when I see you, even though we talked a few times. So how is it going? We have $2, which is a brand new father. Yes.
Yeah, it was actually really funny because in that last episode we did with Biffa, at the end of the episode I was saying like, "Oh yeah, I've got a kid due in September," and then 2 days after
yeah.
recording that, he turns up.
man.
I was just like, "Oh, okay, not in September, I guess." I guess like 2 days after. So yeah, brand new father right here, 3 weeks old. It's pretty
Man,
exciting.
congrats on that.
Congratulations, man. Congrats.
Yeah, it's pretty exciting. Sanctum, I know that you're a dad as well. You were just talking off air, but yeah, you've got a couple of little ones.
Yeah. I've got 2 very young 3 and 1 year old rascals running around. And the boys on top of it also. They're quite a bit of work.
Yeah, do you have
No.
any advice for a future, for me to have like a future toddler running around?
Oh, patience. That's it. Especially it's a boy. I actually don't know.
Oh, you've got 2. Do you have 2 girls?
No, it's 2 boys.
Oh, right. Yeah, I've got a boy.
And I have an older stepdaughter as well.
Ah, great. Yeah,
Yeah,
okay, so patience. Is there anything else besides just having some patience?
I think patience is probably the biggest thing for me. That's the thing that I have had to learn, is to be extremely patient with these little ones. But I think once you get over it, it's really wonderful. They're like, it's fun, everything that they say about how cuddly and adorable they are. But you must also be prepared for a lot of the sleepless nights. You must be prepared to be hands-on. You're ready to help. It's a lot of things that you're going to have to do. But like once you get over all of that, it's like it's really nice. It's the best thing.
Yeah.
Family time just becomes a whole different ball game.
Yeah, cool. I've got a white couch. How long do you think that's gonna last for? Like, do you think I need to buy a couch that?
If I were you, I would cover up that. Actually, no, don't even bother covering up that thing. Accept that couch is gone, and be prepared to buy yourself a new couch. And in fact, don't even bother buying a new couch until they're much older, because they get worse as they gradually age.
Yeah. Okay, great. Oh, that's. I guess. Okay, fine. What a shame. I'm just thinking about the other things in my house that like is just not child-proof.
Looking at your room there, $2, everything is white there.
Yeah, I know. This is my studio. We've got like a 2-bedroom apartment, and one room's our room, and then the other room's my studio. So at some stage, I don't know when, I guess he's gonna stay in our room for like a year or so. Just we got a little cot next to us, next to our bed, which is fine. But eventually he's probably gonna have to move into this room, which means that my studio, I don't know. I don't even know where I'm gonna put my studio. So that's gonna be real. That's gonna be really sad.
Man, you have to ask him, hey, can I do a recording now, please? I
Yeah.
need to do 5. Skibitth is waiting for me on the other line to call him. Please let me do a recording.
Yeah, I'm not looking forward to that.
man.
And Sanctum, does your family know that you're doing a podcast right now?
Yes, they do. So I've had to tell the missus about it. So
Yeah.
she's currently on kid control, doing her best to keep them quiet, keep them entertained. You know, I keep thinking of, I'm not sure if you've seen that clip of that news anchor who's presenting from his home office and the kid comes running in the background. I just see that happening to me like any second now.
I am praying for that. Sorry, but I'm praying for that.
Yeah, I would love that to happen. I really would.
Actually, just before we started recording, it actually happened when I was busy trying to set up my webcam. So I remember thinking to myself, geez, imagine if we had started on time. What was going to happen there?
Oh, please, God.
That's fantastic.
So,
yeah. That would be that wouldn't even make the bloopers. That would just be left into the episode.
Yes. We can just
Yeah.
leave that. It's perfect.
Yeah.
I have to ask something, because that's everything it comes into my mind when I will be a father as well. Did any of you guys go to your kid and just whispering, "I am your father"?
What did you say?
Ah, you
What
didn't
did you
hear.
just say?
Ah, sorry. God damn it! I am your father.
Oh,
Have you tried this?
well, mine's
I
only
have
3
not
weeks
tried
old.
it
So.
yet.
No, it's just me. Okay, I will do it for sure. I'll do it for sure. Even though I never watched I don't watch that movie.
Go on.
That series.
What movie is it, Skibitth? Have a think. Take a stab. What movie is that from?
He knows the line, but he doesn't know the movie.
Yeah, right. I mean, I have. It's just a moment. It's very
Take a
early in the
stab.
morning here. It's the.
Stab in the dark.
I'm doing the editing, so don't worry.
Oh yeah, this whole bit will be edited out.
Yes, I'll do a green screen or something, and I will answer instantly almost.
Star Wars. It's from
Star Wars. God damn it, man. Yes, that one. I was about to say Star Trek for a second.
I knew.
But
I was
think-
waiting for you to say that as well. I was really hoping for you to say that.
I think I will. By now, I will have like at least 10 dislikes on this podcast. Just for thinking of that.
There goes all your Star Wars fans.
Yeah, absolutely.
No, I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. It's very early in the morning. So I hope this is an excuse.
It's earlier for me, Skip.
I'm sorry. Yeah, but you're very fresh. You look very fresh, man. I don't.
That's what happens when you've got kids. They wake you up early.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, yeah, I bet you've been up for hours.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, Sanctum, I want to ask you about Little Town because at what point did Little Town, like, at what point were you making that city, and then you realized that it's no longer going to be a little town?
Jeepers. At which point? I think it was when I built the airport. So as soon as I built the airport, initially I had wanted to make a very small airport. Actually similar to what you guys did in, I think it was in your Osara series. I wanted to make something along that scale. But when I was searching for airport assets, those, you know, I don't know what they called now. I forget what they called. But when I saw those new airport asset that I just landed that allows you to build those like large scale things by just combining buildings, it rapidly got out of control. And I was just like, you know what? Let me just bite it. Let me just go full on. Let's see how far I can push my PC. Yeah,
Nice.
that airport build was the defining moment. I was just like, I'm just gonna fill up every single thing.
And was that pretty early on in the series?
It was quite far. Actually, about halfway through the series, around about episode 30-ish, I think.
Yeah, but you're working on that
think
city for quite a while.
Yeah, but at that point, I wasn't planning on expanding on the downtown the way I did. That decision came after I built the airport. So I was actually going to end off the downtown very quickly. But then when I built that airport and I saw, you know, the sheer scale of it relative to the rest of what I was building, I was like, if I leave it like this, I'm probably gonna get a lot of people very disappointed that the city is not expanding and, you know, the airport looks completely out of place. So I was like, you know what, let's just go for it. You know?
Yeah, I can imagine. And yeah, because because I guess you must have started off that city thinking that it was just going to be a really small town. Like, how did that come about?
So, Little Town actually came about from the sleepless nights from my first son. So when he was born, it was about, like, I kid you not, about 3 years ago, when he was born, I was up awake like ridiculous hours of the night, always sitting there. And he was at a point where he wouldn't sleep unless he was either lying on myself or he was lying on my wife. So I deal better with late nights, so I would generally do the graveyard shift. So I'm sitting here with this baby on my chest, fast asleep, and I'm like, what can I do with myself, And at the time I was watching all these other YouTubers, and like, it's time I start my own city. I'm sitting here, I might as well start sharing it. So I started something brand new with this kid lying on my chest every day, sleeping, building this thing, dumping it on YouTube. I honestly didn't think anything was gonna come of it, because I was like, yes, I'm sleepless, groggy person putting together random buildings. And yeah, before you know it, Little Town became Little Town, or Little Big Town, whatever people
Little
call it.
Big City, yeah. That's amazing. Yeah. I did not expect that as an answer.
Yeah,
but that's a bit of hope for me.
Yeah, and probably you said Little Town because you had the little guy on you, huh?
Yes, correct. Actually, that's exactly it. So it's like, it's this little bugger. It's his town, so
yeah,
Little Town, and that's where the name came out of.
Nice. That sounds good. I saw you started a new series for some time now. Actually, as soon as we finished, as we did the commentary for my little friends when you were invited as a special guest. Yes. How is that going so far?
So that's great. That's like really right up my alley. It's the kind of stuff that I like doing. I love doing, green projects. And by green project, I mean like building things kind of rural, having a lot of trees and bushes all over the place. That's really my vibe. And I'm really at home when I'm building that kind of stuff. And having been working on my Tando series, that's like way out of my league. It's out of my comfort zone. So I just needed to get something that would get me a bit back in my comfort zone, help me relax a bit. So kind of from that, I decided to start Nomersburg.
Nice. Well, I think Little Town was the series that made you. I mean, it's the first series, right?
Yeah.
Little Town. Yeah. I do remember it because it's the series that everyone was talking about at a point. I remember very, very well. Yeah, people, hey, Little Town, where is Little Town? We love Little Town. And I was like, Little Town. Yeah, nice, Little Town. Which, yeah, as Tudor said, the Little Town turned out to be a very big one.
Yeah, it became so popular, particularly the driving videos. Like, you were renowned for those, those road trip videos, and I was like, oh man, I'm gonna do one of them. They look amazing.
Yeah. I wanted to do something different, because at the time, a lot of the driving videos that you see is always first person. And I wanted something slightly different. And one of my biggest inspirations really was kind of from third person racing games, because I love those sort of views, that sort of angle where you actually see the vehicle and you see what's happening around the vehicle. And one of the things that I always found missing in others was the sound of what was actually happening in the streets. So I thought I would incorporate that, that element to it. Have the sounds of, cars driving past, hear people talking when you're driving through like crowded areas and stuff like that. So I wanted to do something slightly different, and it seems like people took to it. I'm glad people actually liked it.
Yeah, I mean, those videos did so well on your channel, and people were just talking about them all the time. I mean, that's what inspired me to do my driving videos as well, because I saw them and I was like, oh man, that's such a great idea. Like, creates so much atmosphere and like really brings the city to life. Because I mean, you see it from above so often, but then when you hear the sound effects, when you see it, from that angle, it really changes it all, doesn't it?
Yeah, thank you. You just give me a like super big head that I inspired $2 to do something.
Yeah, no, absolutely. It's it's something that I was just like, yeah, that's exactly it. Because I just think that, and I think it inspired a lot of people as well, because I've straight after you were releasing them, you saw like just pretty much everyone was releasing first-person driving videos, with some sound effects. I know, Skip, you did a couple as well, right?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, the first one was long time ago in Yellow Hill when I was doing that series. I remember doing a bus ride, yeah. And actually, I think I do remember Stick Toaster contacted me back then, asking me some stuff about that. How did I do something? I don't remember exactly what. And I was very happy also back then. I was like, oh my god, Stick Toaster is asking me something about this video. And then I did a few others in Arndorf, I think, and I'm about to do one in Little France now. But yeah, I like those kind of videos as well. I like them because you see the city. Of course, when we do the time lapse, you see the city, of course, from a different perspective because we are just doing the builds, and then you see the cinematics from different angles. You actually kind of see the city, how it looks at the end. Or that part of the city that we just built. But then there is this kind of let's call them video cinematics that you see almost from the ground level perspective, or as Sanctum Gamer said, from a third person perspective, when you see the vehicle and then the entire area around it to see where that vehicle drive through and so on, which is really cool. So that's probably people why they are very, very into these, because they see better the city. In a time lapse, you don't see it that well. In the time lapse, you can even put some decals, some stuff on the ground, and people say, oh my god, he's detailing. But if you look at really closer and to that area, you might see lots of little, not mistakes, but misplaced stuff. It happened to me a long time ago. I was like, the fence was not aligned and so on, and now I'm doing I'm losing lots of time doing these kind of things to align them, even though no one will actually see them unless I want them to see it. But it's something that I can't get rid of. It's like an OCD for me. And when you have to do these kind of cinematics, of course, you have to be careful. You arrange everything. You have to be careful not to misplace a tree on the road. It happened to me once. I don't know how in the hell I didn't see it while I was editing the video as well. And I was like, how did that tree get rid of my eyes? Oh my god, it's so bad. But it happens. So yeah, it's cool that you have to do an extra detailing. At least I am doing now an extra detailing for Little France, because I'm doing a tram ride. And I want to make sure that everything around that tram line it's done accordingly, because otherwise I'll get those kind of comments. Hey, look, a tree. Hey, look, it's a bench on the road. Hey, look, that was an accident. Those people died and so on. They're still funny, but yeah, we got all. I think everyone got those kind of comments like, that car just went through all the people there.
Yeah.
But yeah. So the question was if I did some of these, or you said, Skip, you did some of them. Okay. So yeah, I did. That was the long answer. This is a short one. I did some of these videos.
This is a podcast. You're meant to only give long answers. Can you imagine if we did all short answers?
Yes. How are you doing? I'm fine.
Good.
How is the series going? It's going well. Thank you.
That's well. Yeah. Thanks, Sanctum
Gamer.
Thank you. Yeah.
That's a short.
I like the fact that Skip, you took the time to actually just come back and just give a quick short answer. That's also good.
Yeah. So after we finish this podcast, we can do the short version at the end. Like, hey, hi, Sanctum, welcome. Thank you. Okay. See you next time, guys. Bye bye. Yeah. Easy. But I wanted to ask Sanctum Gamer something. Not ask. I want to say something about his style of work, of how he's doing his videos. Probably you already noticed that $2, of course. You don't build like us, almost everyone else. He's doing all his builds while moving with the cinematic camera. Did you notice that?
Yeah.
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 I told
crazy.
him back in the days, when we did a Little France commentary, it's different. It's cool. It's really cool. And I think he has the patience, but now that he talked about the kids, I know from where he has his patience. So, yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah, what made you record in that style?
Okay, so there are two things, right? So when I first started, I was happy with the fact that my videos were like, oh, look at that, they look like, like everybody else's videos. So that kind of like gave me a nice warm fuzzy feeling. But then after a while, to be honest, the videos were not doing very well, and I kind of figured it's because they're getting lost in the pool of all other videos. So I tried a few different things here and there, which I'd want to actually forget about. But I remember a time in one of my videos when who was it? Pidelmo actually made a comment on one of my videos, and excuse me, Pidelmo mentioned this was the first video I ever built where the camera was fairly steady. Now, it wasn't my intention initially, but it just had a couple of periods where it was fairly steady because I was doing some detailing that I could do from that one angle. And he commented on how much he appreciated the fact that, I didn't move the camera around. And I was like, wow, I hope Pidelmo actually noticed my video. And he made such a positive comment about something that I did. That like got me super excited. So I started trying to do that more often. And as I did it, I realized that people were actually taking to it and people were appreciating it. So I decided, you know what? Because people like it and it's kind of different from everybody else's, I might as well try my best to sort of try and achieve some form of perfection in it. So I started working more towards it. And eventually it became a norm for me. And now it's just a thing now that if I move the camera in editing, I just have to cut it out. Every time I move the camera in editing, I have to cut it out.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so interesting. Yeah. I think that's really good advice to people, and that's something because I get comments, or like people will DM me and say, ask like, do you have any advice for starting a YouTube channel? And I always say, just whatever you do it differently. Like don't try and copy other people because you just get lost. There's so many other, even like in a pretty small community like City Skylines, there's still a lot of people. I still discover people every now and again. And I'm like, oh, I didn't even know this person existed. They got a fairly big following. It's a pretty big, small community. You get lost. You can easily get lost amongst, the rest of everyone else. And the thing that I think what makes channels succeed are things that are a little bit different. And even, you just saying that you're just not moving the camera quite as much. I mean, that was something that I noticed as well when I first found Little Town. Was that, oh, okay, there's barely any movement in this one, but it felt so different and it felt really unique. It wasn't just another city that you're building. It was, you're doing something differently, and I think that people really appreciated that, and you can tell as well because you got such a strong fan base that that appreciate that sort of gameplay too. How do you how do you feel about doing the commentary now? Because I know that you weren't doing that when you first begun, and it's always a bit of a challenge when you first start doing the commentary. How did that go about?
Oh, that was so nerve-wracking. The first video that I did, I recorded the commentary, I kid you not, like 10 times, because every time you have like you miss say a word, or you get something slightly wrong, you're like, darn it, stop recording, start again. Darn it, stop recording, start again. I literally was sitting here sweating. You would think I was giving a presentation to like the whole world, because that's like literally what it felt like, So it was really nerve-wracking. But when I saw the positive reviews and like the positive feedback, like the community was really nice. They were really encouraging. They were really well receiving of everything. Thank you so much. So it really eased me quite a lot in doing the future ones. Now, the last video, I actually did it in one take, but oh gosh, it was also a disaster because I just pulled an all-nighter. I was so exhausted. I'm not doing that again, but it's getting much better.
One take, that's amazing. I don't do one take. I
don't have the luxury of time.
Yeah, well, I mean, for now, like I've only got a 3-week, like, you know, he's not even home yet, so I can't even imagine what that's gonna look like. But yeah, I can't do one takes. When I first started recording episodes, I think for the first 3 episodes, I went through and edited out all my ums and all my likes. So because I just heard it so much, I was like, just cut it all out, and now I just leave it all in there. Like, whatever.
Yeah, like the first time you hear yourself speaking, it's just the strangest things. Like, is that what I sound like? Really?
Oh yeah, man. You'll get used to it, but yeah, it's very painful at the beginning. Yeah, I remember those times as well.
Yeah, we literally spent 2 hours where Skip was like literally trying to encourage me like that, right? Just trying to like, dude, relax, you'll be fine, you'll get used to it,
Yeah, it is hard at the beginning, but then I think you'll get to that point when you'll actually kind of do like it. I mean, you will feel like you can't do it otherwise, probably, or it depends. I don't know. I feel like I want to do commentaries. Yeah.
Some days are much harder than others. Like some days I feel like,
oh yeah,
I'm wasting my time. I'm just not. It's not working. It's like every take, it's, hey guys, just cutting it out all the time, or record the entire thing and hate it and have to delete it all. It's just yeah, I hate it. And Skip,
I'm so glad it's not just me.
Oh mate, yeah,
no, it's not.
Yeah, it's a struggle. It's an absolute struggle. Skib, are you recording with your, like, does your partner, are you recording when your partner's home, or do you only do it when...
Oh yeah, all the time. I mean, she's usually, I'm not all the time, of course. If she's not at home, I can also do it, but usually she's in the other room when I do recordings, because I don't need any other extra noise around me. I already have the echo, which is annoying. And now people can actually understand why I do have an echo, because look at this room, it's quite big and it doesn't finish here. It's almost the same on that side. It's a huge room. But yeah, I can undo it. I mean, at the beginning I was like even trying to talk not that loud, because I was like, oh God, come, I don't want her to hear me or something. But that's how it is. I mean, for now, I mean, I can even record with her next to me. I'm that used to it. Yeah,
that's amazing.
When I'm doing my live streams, for instance, and I have my green screen usually, sometimes she gets into the room and do some stuff here.
All right.
Probably there are some extra noises. I don't hear them because I have my headphones and music, but I mean, in the live streams, it's okay. Only when I do record my videos, that's the problem, because I don't want any extra noise. Why? You have the stage track, or what?
Stage fright.
Fright. Yeah, sorry. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Track is in Romanian. I'm sorry.
No, I mean, I can do it, but it's just you know, if I'm doing multiple takes and I can't get it right, it's just very embarrassing. And I just get very self-conscious. But, you know, you can't, I can't record it every time that she's out, because it's too, you know, that doesn't happen that often.
Yeah.
Sanctum Gamer, I don't feel like you have that luxury either. You probably have to record when your family's home.
Yeah, I do all my recordings at night when everybody is in bed. That's the most peaceful time. I've become a bit of a night owl. So most of the time my recording is down around about 1 a.m. That's because that's when it's the most peaceful. That's when it's the most silent. I can see Skip is not a night person, so he's like, nah, that's not for me.
Skip's in bed by 9 o'clock.
I wish, but no. But yeah, I can't do it. I mean, I can stay awake a lot, but I can't do things like this. I will sound very bad. I will do stupid things usually. I can't focus enough, so I don't do that kind of things. At least not for now. maybe I will be better at this later. I don't know.
Yeah, I think maybe I still have that stage fright that you're talking about. Like I can't do it when I know there are people just outside that can hear what I'm saying, what I'm doing. It actually makes me more nervous.
Yes.
So I'd rather wait until everybody is in bed and then, quietly do my thing. Nobody can hear all the mistakes that I make.
And
that's what you think. Maybe
yeah,
she's
that's right.
listening at the door. Right?
Yeah. And at what point did you tell your partner that you had a YouTube channel and that you're recording these videos?
Oh no, she knew from very early on, because it's something that I don't want to say I'd always wanted to do, but I had mentioned it to her kind of in passing, about a year before I started it, that, hey, look, I'm like, she always saw me sitting watching YouTubers. And she just like, why don't you just post your videos on YouTube, because you play so many games anyway, why don't you just post it? So she kind of was an encourager in me actually getting into it. So when I started, and it's always interesting when you start, you put in all this effort, and then your video gets like 1 view in like a month, and you're like, oh, really? Should I really continue this? But she was kind of my encourager, just like, just keep going, don't worry, just keep posting, and she's in the social media space, so she kind of understands how hard it is to actually get something out there. So yeah, she knew from very early on.
And what was your video that was sort of, because I feel like everyone has a video that like pushes their channel up into people's feeds. Was there a video that did that for you?
Oh, let me try and think. Yes, I can't remember which number it was, but I think it was actually just because it came out at the right time. It came out around about just before Christmas, and I think because everybody was kind of just sitting at home and didn't have anything. Well, I'm not sitting at home, but people were mostly on holiday, so they could afford to watch stuff, I guess. And I remember this one video that I put out, and it got like, well, for me at the time, it got like 3,000 views, when all my other videos were getting like maybe 50 or 100. And this one video goes and gets 3,000 views. I'm like, oh, my mind was like completely blown, right? I'm like, I've made it. I've succeeded in life. And I think since then, I saw a massive spike in viewership and like subsequent videos from there. So I can't remember exactly which video it was, but I just remember it was around Christmas time. It just got me all excited.
It is very exciting when you see that happen, because it does feel very out of the blue. It doesn't, you're getting like 2, 3 like, viewers and comments, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh, okay, all of a sudden people are looking at this video. Yeah, it's pretty nuts.
And it's kind of nerve-wracking also at the same time when you see, like, back then when you suddenly see the spike in views, and then the comments starts trickling in, then you start seeing sort of your regular commenters, people starting to look forward to a video, and then it's like, oh, now I got all these people waiting for this video every single week. And then every single week you need to try and come up with something more exciting, something better than the previous one, and it just goes on and on and on.
Yeah. Skip, do you remember your video that, like, what was the video that was the turning point for you?
The video when I did the first Sunken Highway or something. I do remember it. I do. That was the video that took lots of views, like around 4K views or something. And I was like, because every single day, every single morning when I was waking up, I was taking the phone and looking at my views count, because I was I had like only a few videos up there, and everything I was, okay, I have like, I reached 100 views, I reached 100 subscribers, and so on. And the view count was also very low, but I was low. I had only few subscribers. And I do remember when I posted the one with the Sunken Highway video, and I woke up in the morning and I was looking, and I was like, it was like 3,000 something views, and I was like, oh my god, I did it! Yes, the first video went crazy. It was the first video reaching more than 1,000 views, and I was so damn happy. But yeah, I think that was the turning point and that was the video that said, okay, I can do this. I want to do more. I want to do more. And probably from since then I did it. And then later, much later, I had the video with the highway. I saw a picture with the some Chinese highways, which were full of cars, like, and they were like, I don't know, 10, 15 lanes. I don't remember exactly. And I was like, oh my God, this is craziness. I need to do something like this. There was a toll booth area, and I did it with that kind of traffic flow. I just linked lots of highways going through only one huge highway, and that was the craziest video ever on my channel. Still has like almost 600k views. So it's like, yes, that's the only video that went crazy enough for me.
It's weird that YouTube does, like, it feels like it does it very randomly, the videos that it chooses to promote really well. Like, sometimes I'll pour heart and soul into a video, and then it just flops. Or it doesn't, I don't see quite as much as I expected. And then some videos I do no effort into, and say the dumbest things, and then bam, it does really well. It's so unpredictable.
It's for me, it's still a very grayish area, because there are like, I feel like I'm not as an how should I say, ordinary person when I see my videos and when I see other videos as well. And by that I mean I'm thinking a lot when I do the thumbnail. I'm thinking a lot when I'm naming the videos and so on. And every single time I say, okay, this thumbnail is super damn cool, the name, everything, video goes like and then I'm posting a video. I'm actually almost posting the video saying, okay, I'm not going to post this. This is bad video. No, this would be horrible. And look at the thumbnail. What the hell? And 1-2 days passes, and I'm like, okay, I'll do it. I'll post it. And then that video goes like whoop, and I'm like, why? Why does that video goes that crazy? And all other videos that I feel they are super good, they just go like, I don't know. I can't. So I'm thinking that my eyes or the way I see stuff is totally different than other people, because I can't explain that. I don't know if it's YouTube, or if the YouTube knows that I did a bad boo-boo and say, oh, I'm gonna do this video. Hi, I'm going to post it and suggest it to everyone. You sucker. I don't know how it works, but it worked very, very strange from my point of view.
Yeah, you know, I can actually really relate. I really relate to that. And in Little Town, there was a time when I built this racetrack, and for me, at the time, that was probably my most hated video. I didn't want to post that video. I literally wanted to delete every single thing and re-record it. And it was my wife actually who pushed me to release that. And I was like, oh, people are just going to be like, you've just done the worst thing on this earth. And it is probably like one of my best performing videos on my channel. And I'm sitting and I'm thinking, but how in the world is that even possible, that I can hate something so much?
Yeah.
But then, you know, it just takes off. Like, it doesn't make sense.
Yeah, I know, man. I know. I can share the pain as well. Which is great, because it's great having a video going crazy, no matter if you hate it or like it. But it makes you think so much, like, why? Okay, I want to do more like this then. No, it's not going to happen, of course. You can do like 100 of them and it will go like very bad or something. Yeah. So it's very strange. $2 probably you don't have this kind of issues.
No, 100%. Yeah, I always think. Yeah. I think I choose like the best possible thumbnail. Like I don't know about you guys, but sometimes there's videos that you just go, there's no good title for this. I don't know what I can call this video. There's nothing that's good, and for the thumbnail you can't take a good picture, or just there's nothing really to capture, and you just think, oh, this is just gonna be so bad. Like, what's the point? What's the point of even releasing this? And then it just does really well, which is fantastic. But then there's other ones that I think are just so clickbait worthy and the title's perfect, the thumbnail's perfect, and it just doesn't do well. So I don't know. I feel like you just really need to choose the timing right on YouTube. Like, whenever they release a new DLC, that's always a good time to release more videos. Or yeah, like what Sanctum Gamer said, like around Christmas time is really good as well. Something that I found really interesting. Sorry, I was just gonna say something that I found really interesting is that with like coronavirus going around and people spending more time at home, I expected the views to be a lot higher because more people would be at home doing things, but I noticed no difference at all.
Yeah, that's true. I noticed we talked about this last time with Bifa, but I noticed the difference when it comes to cost per mile. It was very low, but the view count was the same almost, so nothing changed about that. But I think people were focusing more on other stuff because my girlfriend has a YouTube channel as well, a food channel, and of course I'm helping her with all the stuff, recording, editing and whatnot. But during this the first 2 months when the pandemic, the virus came and was like nasty, so from March, April, and I think also in May, her channel went super crazy. She had like lots of views, lots of subscribers. She got almost 8K subscribers in 2 months. So wow. I was like, okay, that went well. Yeah, people were actually, because they were staying at home and cooking, they had to watch videos on how to cook or do some stuff, you know, especially with the bread ones. People were looking, hey, how to make a bread? How can you make a bread without yeast? Because there was a period of time, I don't know if you guys know that, there was a good period of time when you couldn't find any yeast in the supermarkets.
Yeah,
there
same in Australia.
No yeast
yeah, so, same here.
Thankfully, we had a lot of them because, I mean, for more than 1 year, we don't eat bread from any other place. We don't buy bread. She always makes the bread at home. She loves it. We both love it. Of course, it's amazing bread at home. It's when you smell it. And,
the smell.
Yeah. So she had like a big amount of yeast bags, little bags, and for us was normally to have those that many. But then I was like in the supermarket doing some grocery and so on, and I was like, oh my god, there is no yeast. Thankfully we have, and she had to think of some recipes that don't involve yeast. Anyways, my point was that some channels actually went very well. Let's not talk about cooking now, because it's not the case, right? But yeah, during the pandemic, but it's still pandemic period, right? Things go like normally from my point of view, at least.
But not if you have a cooking channel.
Yeah, that one goes really well. Really well.
We must still eat.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, people still play. Maybe people didn't, people didn't watch more gaming videos because probably they were just playing the game because they had time to play.
Yeah.
So it makes sense, right?
That's true.
Yeah. Anyways, that was the case.
Yeah, I feel like you'd really benefit from a cooking channel because you just get to eat all that food.
Oh yeah. Yes, but also you can get fat. I know I did a bit. I gained some kilos.
Okay.
I'm like I'm the exact opposite. When I sit at home, I actually don't eat.
Oh my god, really?
Yeah. When I'm at work, it's like I'll eat like it's nobody's business. You know, I'll go to the shops, go buy all kinds of junk. But when I'm at home, it's like I'll eat when I feel like eating, and then I end up spending my entire time in front of the computer. And then before I know it, it's like it's 5 p.m. The whole day has gone by, and I haven't eaten anything.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Well, that's good in a way, but bad in another way. But I can. I mean, I think I'm doing the same thing at work and also at home. Every single time I'm playing, doing stuff, and I was like, okay, I need something to eat. And I get a fruit, I get a sandwich, I get some snacks, whatever, drinking juices and whatever. So it's not bueno. but it happens a lot. I was like you said, I was like that. I mean, you know what? I'm like that when my girlfriend is not at home. When she's at home, she always does something to eat, so I can't say no to that. Never. I like the food, so. But when she's not at home, yeah, I barely eat something. That's true. Actually, that's true. Yeah. She should,
yeah, I'm the same as you, Sanctum gamer. I hardly ever eat when I'm in front of the computer. I don't know why. Just think I forget.
Yes, exactly. That's actually exactly what I also think. It's like you get so lost in what you're doing that like food becomes like an afterthought until, you know, you can hear your stomach over everything else. It's like, oh snap, I actually need to go eat.
Yeah. Coffee, on the other hand, I'll always get up to make a coffee, but I'll never make any food. And then you're just like, while you're playing. Or recording commentary. My commentary is so fast when I've drunk heaps of coffee. If I've just finished a coffee, if it's like morning, coffee, no food, and then I record commentary, it's like a million miles an hour.
Yeah, I mean, you are doing most of your streams early in the morning, right?
Yeah, but that's for time.
Very late for me.
Well, that's time zone wise, because I think if I was to do it in the night, yeah. So if I do in the morning, then it's like around the afternoon for like most of America, and then like Europe, it's like, I don't know, 12 a.m. or something. But that's good enough. That's about as close as I'm gonna get. Unless I did it at this time, I could do it. But I think in America, it's probably late at night or something now.
Yeah, it's very late. Yeah, right now. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. So Australia's in a weird time zone. I can't. It's hard to hit all the same places. Like, remember when we did when we had Besquicklehausen on the podcast, and I had to stay up till like 11 p.m. and I was dying. I was like falling asleep.
Yeah, but that's the perfect time for you, I think. Everyone is awake. Everyone, Europe, America. So
yeah, maybe
you should do it very late in the night.
Yeah.
With no energy.
Yeah, that's right. Have you thought about streaming at all, Sanctum?
Yes, I actually have. I suppose I haven't officially started anything yet, but I'm basically setting up everything on my side. In fact, I was testing out some stuff yesterday, Facebook live streaming, and it actually didn't click to me that I'm testing it on my actual Sanctum Gamer Facebook page. So here I am. I'm sitting here busy fidgeting. I'm talking to the missus about stuff, and then I'm seeing, what's going on here? Flip, I'm getting viewers and people are starting to chat. And I'm not even playing City Skylines. I'm playing a completely different game. And somebody is like, what game is this? What's going on? And I'm like, oh, there are actually people watching.
Yeah, you got to be careful now. You've got an audience. You could, yeah.
You know, and that's, so when I set it up on Twitch, to try a couple of things, which is fine because like nobody even knows I'm on Twitch and I can go wild. But as soon as I started doing it on Facebook, it's like just went out to like everybody, I'm guessing, and all of a sudden I'm getting viewers. I'm like, oh snap, this is not Twitch. People are actually watching this. But yeah, I am considering the streaming space, but probably not for just City Skylines. That's the thing, because it's like a whole lot of other games that I play. You know, I'm a gamer. That's me. City Skylines just happens to be the thing that I share. But I'm still trying to figure out exactly how I'm gonna do the streaming thing. But definitely, I am considering building something on stream. So maybe just a pure live build city.
Interesting.
Something like that.
Yeah, so you only do it when you're streaming.
Yeah, because I figured there's the YouTube audience probably subscribe to kind of the VOD stuff. They're happy to watch it in their own time. But then there are also, I often see comments about people that want to see what I do, you know, how I do it. They want to see the full thought process, I suppose. So those that are interested in live streaming at least try and have an element of that. So yeah, it's something that I'm still considering.
And yeah, that's really interesting. And so you're considering doing just a city where you're doing it only when you're going live.
I am considering that simply because for me, like some of the series that I follow, I kind of get, I don't have the time to sit and watch a 2-3 hour live stream. You know, when you streaming, it's a ridiculous time for me at, you know, where I am. I can't be watching. It's either I'm dealing with kids, I'm asleep, or I'm busy recording my own stuff, you know. So it's, and I kind of feel sad when I miss out on that build. And generally I don't go back and sit and watch a 2 hour, you know, VOD on YouTube. I think that's just a bit too much for me. So kind of taking from that, I'm just going to guess there might be people like me. So for those people, at least if you're not interested in live streaming, you don't miss anything in the series that you are following. And those who are interested in both, I suppose, you know, they can watch both. So that's kind of just a personal thing of mine, and I suppose my personal ways are kind of influencing how I do stuff, just so that I'm also comfortable, I suppose.
I really like that idea. I've thought the same thing, possibly doing something where you just build a city on a stream. You'd also have a really nice frame rate as well, because it wouldn't be too, you know, jam-packed full of all the detail work you do off camera. And yeah, that sounds really cool.
Yeah.
Yes.
I've tried that with Nantes. I was building Nantes, only for live streams, and not only. I had another one building the Mont Saint-Michel from France as well. But when your time is kinda, you know, you don't have that much free time to do your stuff, you are thinking like, hey, I might squeeze something here doing in Little France in a live stream, because I need to fix some stuff. So why fixing them off camera, or, you know? So you can do that. It's better to fix those stuff in a live stream. That's what I figured out, because again, I don't have that much free time, and I'm trying to squeeze everything and to, you know, build stuff in Little France or Arndorf or whatever. But by the way, what other games do you play? Because you said you play lots of other games.
I play a lot of games. Surprisingly, actually, not a lot of simulation games, not a lot of city building games. So outside of this, I generally tend to play a lot of first-person shooters, a lot of role-playing games, third-person shooters. Right now, I have an addiction with Doom Eternal. I don't know if any of you are familiar with that.
No.
So,
No.
okay. So it is a first-person shooter. It's a far cry away from City Skylines. You know, so not something that I would put on my usual Sanctum Gamer channel, because I'll expect that audience to be very, very different. But yeah, it's got this difficulty campaign of trying to beat the whole game without dying, called the Ultra Nightmare mode. So I am currently trying to get that. It is a challenge for any Doom Eternal fans out there, they will tell you.
And are you thinking about doing another channel based on other games?
Yes. So that's something that I am considering. I don't know if I want to do a complete separate channel, but because of the way the other games work and the fact that, you know, they don't require as much editing like, you know, the way I do with my City Skylines videos, they're more geared towards a live streaming platform. And that's why I'm kind of thinking of going down that route a bit more. I don't want to say aggressively, but just go down that route a bit.
You were giving me so much hope when it comes to having a YouTube channel and a family at the same time. That's
Oh yeah, no, you can do it. You can do it. So as long as you are prepared to have a few extra late nights, because literally all my stuff is done at night. I mean, you guys build, so you know how much time it takes to actually plan out a city, plan out layout, make sure things work and so on. You can't just do that with kids, you know, running around and so my day or my recording starts usually at around 10-11 p.m. So we put the kids to bed, then there's, you know, family time that I spend with the missus, and then once she goes to bed, then, you know, my day now starts from around about that time to about 2-3 in the morning. Then you go to bed. Kids wake you up at 5 a.m.
Oh.
It's time to get going.
Oh, how do you do that? That is hectic. That is hectic.
Yeah, so you push for a couple of days, and then I usually have a day or two in a week where I crash. Where, like, as soon as the kids are in bed by 8, like, my wife understands it's crashing day, and I literally just pass out till like the next morning. Then you repeat the cycle again for the next couple of days, then crash. And I've just become used to that now.
Jeez, you have such an understanding missus. Like she sounds very supportive.
Yeah, no, and that fortunately is awesome, because she's very supportive of it. Because again, she's in the social media space. She's happy to actually do a lot of, I don't want to use the word marketing, but like posts and stuff like that. From time to time, I'll just be sitting there and I'll see something has been posted on my Sanctum Gamer account. I'm like, I didn't post this. Just like, yeah, don't worry. I noticed that you hadn't posted anything in a while, so I thought I'll just share a picture on your behalf. I'm like, oh, okay, cool, thank you.
That's amazing. That's fantastic.
Yeah.
That's really great. So you got
Nice.
there's a family team behind Sanctum Gamer.
It's a family team behind it.
Yeah, great. When will we expect the kids to feature on the channel? The feature build.
That is, I'm pretty sure if I do when I start the live streaming thing, you can be sure they will be busting. Oh no, the door is on this side. They'll be busting through the door in no time.
Oh, that's so
I'm actually
great.
honestly surprised that she's managed to keep them at bay this long.
Good on her.
I have to get rid of the elephant in the room. You have a fur behind your chair. What's that?
Oh, this.
Ah.
It's
Uh,
Okay.
on my head. Oh wait,
Okay.
hang on. There you go.
Nah.
There's a thumbnail shot for you.
yeah, that's the one. That's a thumbnail shot.
Nice,
Take that.
nice.
Yeah, we're in the middle of our winter. I mean, $2. You also in winter, so this is kind of me keeping warm when I'm sitting here. So this is my thing.
I hear you, man. I've got a heater going on underneath the desk. Like, it is so cold. We had I woke up. There's mountains. So like, we barely have any mountains, and we never ever get snow. Like, particularly around Sydney, never. But it snowed last night, but it snowed like on the mountains, and we woke up and I could see the mountains, and there's like, you could see a bit of dusting on there, which is, I know probably doesn't sound that exciting, but for like someone who lives pretty close to I'm on the coastline, and you look out into the mountains and you can see a bit of snow. That is pretty crazy.
Yeah. That must
And
Yeah, I
I'm
knew you
sweating
wouldn't be
here.
excited.
It's very
So
hot.
I'm actually sad I can't switch on my heater, right? Because I also got a heater down here, but if I switch it on, like, the background noise will just be too much, so I have it off. So I'm braving the cold right now, but at least today it's not too bad. It's not too bad. I could get away without I call it my sheep on my head.
We appreciate you
How-
braving the cold for us.
How cold is there?
No, today it's not too bad. Today it's, I don't know, I have to check the weather, but it's not too bad today. Today it's manageable. The fact that I'm not sitting like a huge jacket. It's like, it's about 8 degrees. So today is fine. We just came off a couple of days of like 0 degrees. So today is warm by comparison.
It's 16
8 is
here.
not bad. 16?
16.
What
The
the hell,
joys of
man?
living by
16
the
is really
coast.
good. It's hot. What the hell?
I just told you it's snowing, all right? That's how cold it is. Well, it's
Oh
it's
my
not really.
God.
It's I know 16.
mean-
all right, fine. It's not that
I
bad.
wish we have winters with 16 degrees. If there is winter and we get 16 degrees, we'll get outside in t-shirts. So yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, no
In
way.
t-shirts and 16 degrees.
Well, almost. Yeah. You'll see people in t-shirts, or you barely, you dress up normally, because if it's winter and it's 16 degrees, it's very warm for us, because here it's almost always around 0, and most of the times it's with minus. So
Ugh.
we are used to very, very cold weather. Well, maybe not in the past years when it was a very strange weather, but winters and so on. Yeah. Well, I think we should wrap it up, right? It's time to wrap this up, sadly. Sanctum, so very much for Thank you very much for joining us. It was really a pleasure to chat with you and also to see you. Thanks for the face reveal as well.
Yeah, man, it's been so good to because we haven't actually chatted before, so this is really nice to finally have a proper conversation rather than in the comment section.
Yes. So glad to chat to you guys. I've spoken to you before, Skib. So it's really been an honor to chat to you. $2.20. You know, your Springwood series actually was one of the things that also inspired me to get into it. That's actually one thing that I didn't talk about. So thank you so much, because you also were quite an inspiration for me. You know, specifically, I remember an episode where you did on these mansions on a hill.
Oh yeah.
And that was I was like, that is just so cool. I need to do that. And I took a lot of inspiration from that in the mansions that I built in my Little Town series. So also awesome honor to speak to you. Really appreciate it.
Oh mate, yeah, right back at you. I mean, it's funny that because you speak to some people and they got into YouTube after, and it's like, but it just feels like the same. You know, feels exactly the same. I see your stuff and I'm like, oh man, I want to build that. What? How did he do that? You know, we all learn from each other. I feel like that's like the beauty in, I feel like that's the beauty in this game. So yeah, man, thanks. It's been a real pleasure speaking to you as well. I'll have to get you on another time as well. I feel like it's too quick. We could be speaking for hours.
Yeah.
Yes.
Thanks,
indeed,
man.
And we look forward to live streams.
Ooh, yeah, no pressure, right?
No, the pressure's there.
No pressure at all.
Yeah, Skib is a veteran at it now. So.
He is.
Yes.
He is.
But I do remember the first days when I did my first live streams and I had like 10 viewers or 15 viewers and so, but I was like so nervous and
Oh yeah, I still get nervous.
it was so hard. I was sweating. I was nervous. So no pressure, Sanctum Gamer. It's all good.
And the first one as well, you'll get heaps of people turn up too, because you know, it'll be your very first stream. And the most scariest part is when you're like, you know, got everything set up and you're waiting for, you know, you set the lobby and everyone's commenting, saying like, where is he? Is he coming? And the music's counting down. And then you're just sitting there going, oh, I don't want to press the button. I don't want to press the button. Because you just know it's live. Anything could happen. Your children could like burst through the door. Your wife could burst through the door. Like, you know, like who knows what could happen? It's live. Yeah, it's scary. Lock the door. Yeah, lock the door. That's all I can say.
I wish I keep my camera is flipped. I can't lock this door. I don't know where the key is.
Oh.
So if anybody badges in there, they badge in there.
You have a little bench there, or what? Is that a bench?
It's a small. It's an ottoman.
Yeah.
Small little
exactly.
ottoman.
So put it in the door. Wait.
Yeah, slide the bookshelf against the door.
Yeah. No
Believe
one's
me,
comes.
I have less happening in here than all of you. There's like barely anything in this room, right? It's just a desk and my computer, and there's that ottoman was put in there. You know how $2 you pull that line in the back just to give your room also some light?
Yeah.
That's the job of that ottoman.
I'm always impressed with Skib that he doesn't have like just rubbish all around his house. It's always exactly the same. Like I was looking through the thumbnails before. It's so pristine.
I have a new thing here.
I was gonna ask. Yeah.
That's some lavender there. Yeah, that was for. Well, we love stuff. We love to add some stuff. Well, mostly my girlfriend, my fiance, but we bought this lavender and she put it into a basket, a big basket. I don't know. She likes doing stuff in the house, so I'm happy. I love my plants.
I'm looking forward to watching it either die or grow. I feel like after time it's just gonna slowly.
Well, they are dried, so they will stay like this for at least 1 year. No problem at all.
Okay.
Yeah, they were fresh when we bought them. We dried them, and now they are fine.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm taking care of my plants. So what is green, it's on my side. What is dead, it's on her side. Because if I give her something green, it will be turning into like gold. You can hear the song from Titanic, you know, like when Jack is dying.
Oh, there you go. You actually referenced a movie, so well done. Oh,
I
look
bought
at that.
a coffee plant a few days ago, 2 days ago. So this is my newest plant ever. It's on my desk. I have like few of them on the right, few of them on the left. I can't. And lots of them on balcony. I don't know.
I love the fact that it's in a cup.
Yeah, that's how it comes. Yeah,
Coffee
it's for
plant in
fun,
a
I guess.
cup.
IKEA. I took it from IKEA.
You bought it from IKEA or took it?
Yeah. Okay, I bought it. I bought it, man. Shit. What are you trying to do to me, man?
Oh, hey, what? You almost said it.
I bought it. I meant I bought it. When I say I took it, it's like when I took something, I take something, I buy it. So.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, sadly, we have to wrap it up because $2. I'm kidding.
It's true. No, it's true. We have to go because of my...
No. Yes, indeed. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much, Sanctum Gamer, again for joining. Next podcast episode will be on $2.20 channel and Patreon account. But till then, take care, stay safe, and bye-bye. Okay, so hello everybody, welcome back to another City Slickers podcast
Episode 6.
This time we have with us, of course, the one and only $2.20, the never mind, forget him, don't hate me, $2. Okay, so I'm already sweating. Okay, we are doing this, man. Hello everybody, welcome back to another City Slickers episode. Of course, we have with us $2.20 and the special guest no. Go back. Should I say $2.20? He's laughing on mute, man. Stop laughing on mute.
I'm not on mute, am I?
No, that's how you laugh on mute. I mean,
yeah.
We can't hear you when you laugh. Who laughs on mute? I mean, come on.